Okay, folks, we just have been watching the practice here. Team, we're with head coach Nate Murray. Coach, I loved what you said to the kids there at the end of that. I thought that was fantastic. You know, how long you been doing this?
I coached before I had kids as well. So I got brought back by an old head coach of mine. So that was about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I took a break, had a couple kids, and then when my son was T-ball age, that's when I started back.
It's fun, isn't it?
It's great, greatest thing in the world.
T-ball.
Oh yeah. Well, it's controlled-ish chaos. It's training squirrels, right?
Exactly. Talk to us about this practice. I love the energy of it. We saw a lot here. I love the pace of the practice. Talk about that.
Well, we came in, we put two groups together. So we got two 12U teams here, and we're, levels are levels, but we got 22 dudes that are just buying in. And we got, 40 some odd parents that are buying in, and they believe in it. I'm kind of a brass tacks, no holds barred guy. I'm as honest with the kids as I am with the parents. My coaches know that we all are positive when we need to, but we're also as stern and tough as we can be to get those kids to the next level. So our energy and our pace is super important. I go attitude, effort, and attention is something I preach constantly.
Yeah.
So if you're paying attention, your effort is there and your attitude's also there. If your effort's there, your attention and your energy are there. So we preach a lot of that, and pace is huge. So structure's big for us.
I love the fact, you're talking about this, because a lot of times, and especially I love the way college baseball has changed the rules to where this is preparing these kids. You got to prepare them for high school baseball.
Next level, right?
That's the next level for these kids, right?
That's right. It's all next level stuff. It's not for me.
Yeah.
My glory days, if there were even glory days, are far behind.
Long ways to go. Well, you can tell.
These dudes are coming out, and I see some dudes that I've had since they were 5 years old, which I'm super proud of their progression. You see them as a little man, a little bitty dude becoming a little man. It's great. It's amazing.
I love that, because this was about, because there's some great high school programs around this area. And the more we can set these kids in motion, it's going to be hard to make a high school team around here.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of these dudes I have 6 different high schools between these two squads. And there's cool. Let's go. Let's be buddies now and compete as buddies later, right?
That's right.
It's fun.
I love it. Nate, it was a pleasure.
Hey, Brian, I appreciate you, man.
Thanks.
I hope you enjoyed this place. The CE is awesome.
Thanks.
Great facility, great program. Thanks, man.
All right, folks, we're here with Jason Coder. We've been having a fun time out here at Competitive Edge. Jason's in charge of the youth program here, and watching these 12-year-olds practice and whatnot with Coach Murray.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah, he runs a great team. He's got structure in his program and his team that he has, and they just get after it. Now they're back here working. They're doing speed and agility with Cheyenne, and they're just getting after it.
So one of the things that's interesting to me is you'll see a lot of times that I'll see kids come in and do that and then practice, but they did the practice, then went over there and finished off with this.
Yeah, she gives them the opportunity where if they want to do it before practice or after practice. So those guys went from 8 to 10, and then now they're doing a 45-minute to an hour session with her. So
I love the focus, Jason, on the defensive side of the baseball at the 12U, because I think that's when it really starts. It always matters. Defense to me matters, period. Because, I always believe if you can't get 3 outs, you don't get to hit.
You got to get off the field, man. So I had it said to me a long time ago that the team that wins the game is the team that keeps the ball off the ground.
Can't give away outs.
No, can't.
Right?
No.
And we talk about free bases, giving free outs and things like that. Everybody loves to get in that cage and hit and get up and hit. But it's the pitching and the defense that really wins ball games.
Definitely, absolutely. Yeah, I got to attack hitters and get outs. Get your team off the field, get back in the dugout, and then you can hit. So,
talk to us about your experience. You've been with this program how long now?
Going on. This will be in my role, I've been with the program coaching for almost 5 years now. But in this role I'm in now, which is the youth baseball director, this will be kind of like my second year going into this whole thing. And now that I'm not coaching my own son and my own team, I'm kind of a feet on the ground type of guy where I'm going around to different coaches, seeing if they need help with anything. I'm a guy that's on the ground on the weekends at tournaments, at the ball fields, just kind of wandering around, watching our guys play, seeing if we're transitioning what we are working on in practice into a game style setting. For instance, we talk about, like, our motto right now is CARE, right? CARE. So we talk about character, attitude, response, and effort. So my big thing with the young guys is making sure that, we're modeling that, right? And that's on the back of all of our practice shirts. You'll see, and character, like we talk about what we're doing when nobody's watching, right? Are we picking up trash at the field? Are we leaving our dugouts in pristine shape? Attitude, right? What's our attitude like during a game? Are we a guy that gets down on ourselves real easy? Or are we a guy that's staying engaged in the game? Our response, okay? How are you responding to a situation, whether it's a bad call by an umpire, because those happen, right? Everybody's human, everybody makes mistakes. Are you, what's your response like? Are you a guy that's giving your head a head shake or just getting frustrated, banging the bat on the ground? And then obviously the last one for us is E, effort, right? What type of effort you're giving once you cross those lines for your team and your teammates. So that's kind of what we're just doing. We're trying to move forward with that because I think that's one of the biggest things we see out there is just there's not a lot of emphasis on character. There's not a lot of emphasis on attitude, the effort portion, and the big thing, response. Everybody talks about bad body language all the time.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I love the fact that when you talk about these types of things, it's not just about the game. It's about the individual, the person.
Sure. No, the individual's huge. We also like to keep the whole team motto, the whole team attitude, and focus on our team. Like, what's our end goal, right? What's our end goal? And obviously, when those kids step on the field, they want to win, right? But we also try to teach them how to lose and try to lose with some class, right?
Well, I don't think. Just in a question, I know what you mean, but I don't think you're not teaching kids how to lose, but you're teaching them how to deal with loss.
Absolutely.
You're going to have to, because you're just not going to win every game.
No, you're not going to win every game. And for me, what kind of the role or the rule that I've always kind of used is if you're playing 500 baseball, I think you're right where you need to be. I mean, obviously we won't. I mean, I'd love to go out and be 40-0 every year, right? But if we're going and playing teams and we're smashing them 25-0, what are we really learning? Nothing. And so playing good competition, and trust me, there's plenty of competition locally around here. Obviously we talked earlier, and the teams in St. Louis come over, we go over there. There's a lot of good baseball in Missouri. So it's
Yeah,
it's
you
a fun
can go
time.
across the street and get beat up pretty good.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
There's no need to drive 6.5 to 7 hours and get beat by some teams down there when you can just stay here locally and play a lot of good competition.
I think travel matters, and how and why you're doing it for the right reasons and do it. I think there are plenty of good opportunities to travel, and it's just a matter of how's it benefit the kids, right?
Sure.
I think the whole thing with youth baseball is how is it benefiting the player, correct?
Absolutely. In this day and age, look, everything's expensive, right? So you hear the question a lot of, like, why do you think travel's mandatory? I don't think travel's mandatory, but I do think at the youth level, a little regional tournament, a little 3-hour drive to St. Louis, a little 4-hour drive down to Arkansas. I think that's fun for those guys because, I mean, I'm 48 years old, and I can remember tournaments that we were shaving heads in the hotel room when I was a younger kid, just to get like a little rally cry. I can remember my youth baseball I remember it every day, and that's what I remember the most is traveling, bonding with my teammates, running around a hotel parking lot, stuff like that. So I think it's definitely fun, and I think if you can do it, do it.
Playing wiffle ball in the park.
Oh my gosh, man, I can remember that.
Now it's mullets.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love it. The growth of the program, you're the youth director. Where do you see your program in 5 years?
I want to see our program. I'd love to see our program where if a college coach is coming to speak to a prospect in our showcase program, that some of our kids can revert back to what we talk about, right? The care model, right? They can reference what we've taught them, right? From the standpoint of how we show up to a baseball field. What are we looking like, you know? That kind of goes back to our character thing. You know, are we showing up in slides to a game in shorts instead of our uniform? You know, how we respond to failure, stuff like that. I mean, that's the kind of stuff, that's where I want to see our program in a few years, in 5 years. I want to be able to have our kids that come through our program talk about what we've done as a staff, because it's not really about us, right? It's about these kids, and when they go on to play at the next level, if it's high school, if it's college, if they get blessed enough to go, you know, to the major league level. I mean, stuff like that. That's why I'm here. I want to be a part of a kid where we're just a stepping stone, where it's, you know, hey, coach, I made my high school team. Hey, coach, I made my college team. Coach, guess what? We are settling down and I'm getting married, or we're having a child. Just announcements, stuff like that. That's what I want to be a part of.
I love it.
Yeah.
Jason, hey man, thanks for allowing us to come out, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Anytime.
Damien.
Absolutely, yeah.
Appreciate, I know he's not here, but you know, we've had those conversations. Appreciate all you guys allowing us to come stick the camera in your face.
Absolutely, man. Anytime.
We appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Perfect. There you go. Yeah, keep it on your shelf. There you go. Good. Get it!
Hello, Cheyenne.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Nice
Brian.
to meet you. Nice to meet you.
So what do you got the kids working on here?
Basically a full body.
We're gonna get out of the view of the camera so we can see
Yeah.
the kids, right?
The best part. So yeah, this age group, 10 and 11, we're just working foundational strength.
Yeah.
This is their second year with me, so really trying to teach them how to like progressive overload.
Got it.
Each round we're going up a little bit. They're pushing more weight than definitely what they were last year. So yeah, we'll go through like a series of A, which is our lower body. We'll do a strength paired with an explosive, then a different strength paired with an explosive, and then we'll do the same thing with upper body.
I love it.
Yeah.
All of this with these kids, they're learning, you know, what the motion's supposed to look like, right?
Absolutely.
So when they get to that next level, when it really starts flowing and doing the things,
Yeah.
they understand what it means to do it correctly.
Absolutely. Yeah, and they understand the lingo,
Yeah.
right? And they're understanding the goals of the workout, right? It's not just come in here and throw some weight around. Like, we're trying to relate it to baseball, right? Like,
Right.
load your back hip. Like, single leg strength is as important as double leg. So we're trying to implement some of that. So then, like you said, when they're working out with our high schools or at home, you know, they have some more ideas to work around.
When they walk into the weight room as in high school as a freshman, it's not like, what do I do?
Yeah, not deer in the headlights, right? And then when you're with, you know, 30 or 40 other people, they're comfortable, right? Because,
Yeah.
you know, in those settings, you're not always going to have eyes on you, right?
Correct.
So,
I think that's interesting because, you know, we've been in some of these high school weight rooms.
yeah,
They're legit.
they're phenomenal.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's just the profession has moved a long way, and I love to see that in high schools because it is a way that they can improve outside of the private sector.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, it's anymore, these kids are not doing this to get ahead. They're doing it to stay in the conversation. Because if someone their age isn't doing it, you know,
Yeah.
if they're not doing it, someone is.
Right.
So that's kind of what we, you know, try to get these kids to, you know, get the work ethic, but also enjoy it.
I love that.
Yeah.
You know, and they seem to be having fun with it.
They're competitive. They're always, hey, can I go up and weigh? Can I do this? And that's what I want, right? I want them as invested in it as I am for them.
Sure.
Yeah.
How long
So
you been doing this?
11 years.
How'd you
11
get
years.
into this?
Good question. So I went through some injuries in high school. Loved the PT sector of it, but then I went on to row at KU because of those injuries.
Right now.
And started volunteering in the weight room, connected with some of the strength coaches, and just thought this will be more down my avenue of like competitiveness. Like, you get kids in all ages, right? Like, I'm getting to work with 11U, and then I'm getting to work with 18 that's getting ready to go on to college.
That gives you And does it give you a perspective of that growth process? And when you get to those higher age levels, you have a better understanding of where you need to go?
Absolutely. Like I said, like this age group is more foundational, but it's really exciting to be at each step of the level with them and see them grow. And, as we lay that foundation, you can get more specialized, right? Like we want to master the meat and potatoes of the workout, but once you get to 18, we can get more rotational and get more position specific for catchers, for pitchers. So that's really fun to kind of funnel into that avenue.
I love that.
So these are sore necks racks. So from the research I've done, you follow a bunch of people in this realm.
Mm-hmm.
Locally, no one else has these racks. Collegiately, yes. Like
We see this in some of the high schools.
Some of the high schools, yes. Private sector, no, because
right.
High schools are getting grants, right? This is the grind, right? And this is, since starting, this has been on my goal list, right? And we've expanded as a building. But this is a huge blessing just to be able to give back to the building, give back to the guys that have trusted us in the process. So I wanted to get them the best. So this has been on my goal since day one, 2014. This has been the gold standard. So
I love that. Be the standard.
Be the standard. So each rack has a different saying.
Oh yeah.
So chop wood, carry water, that actually comes from Landry Shamet.
Yeah.
So I try to take something from either kind of like each kid that I've trained or place that I've been or mentor.
Mm-hmm.
So, not cheating the reps. Only easy day was yesterday. It's kind of from the Navy SEAL perspective of you don't have to be here, you get to be here type deal. This is like our monkey bar station. I'm sure we'll do competitions. Haven't got to break it in quite yet, but there's been a couple people that have been across it to make sure it's possible, right?
Yeah. I gotta see.
Yeah, so it goes.
Okay,
yeah.
I can touch it.
Yeah, there you go. You still got it. So going back to you get to be here, take advantage of every opportunity, walk through the doors, right? Take care of it. Yep.
I love that.
Yeah. We're champions trained. So, since opening this 7 years ago, we've had 3 state championships through the school. So, a lot of that is through the development of the school and their new weight room too. But, high school does get to train here.
These high schools are insane.
Yes. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So, and it actually helps us because when they come here, it's like, what bucket aren't we filling?
Yeah.
You've already got some at school. Let's hit something that you haven't got, like something more specific, something more position. You're a rotational athlete. Let's see how well you're rotating, right? I'll show you guys the machine we typically get power outputs on. All these kids are numbers. We were talking about numbers earlier.
Yeah.
From a training perspective, it helps the intent, right?
Yeah.
This isn't a mile per hour thing. This isn't a velo thing. It's, hey, I'm going to beat you and then you try to beat me on each rep. And then our last one is VQuest. My last name's Verdorn. So
okay.
Kind of family entre, but there's a movie, Vision Quest.
I know Vision Quest.
That's
a fantastic movie.
It's a fantastic movie. So we want to, whether is Vision Quest, Victory Quest, whatever these kids want to kind of pertain to. But,
I love that.
Yeah.
Because I love that movie because that's what it's about.
That's what it's about.
And everybody thought the kid was crazy. I want to, he goes after the toughest kid in the state. And said, I got to beat him.
Yep. If you're not the best, why not?
That gives me the chill.
Go try to beat the best. Yeah, exactly. So sore neck reps. So what's so nice about these is you'll see is you can additionally do a workout at your rack without having to leave it. Mm-hmm. So you got your tricep attachment, you got your step up attachment, we got a wrist roller attachment for the grip strength. So with the amount of kids that we're handling now, if I pair them up, that's 12 athletes in the rack. So that's nice. We can get through teams a little bit more efficiently, right? And that's the main thing is a lot of our sessions are hours, so we have to be super efficient.
Right.
With our time and how they're going about the workouts. And, we'll have a TV there with workouts being displayed.
So all of that's out here in the building right
Yeah.
now is going to move into here.
All the everything but the racks.
Gotcha.
Yep. So we'll have that. And then like this is kind of our free weight side. So we got the cable stack. So that's more for like our shrink, single arm shrink, pulls, presses, pull downs. This is like free weights. So we don't, the thing about this is we don't have anything to throw against, right? We're a baseball facility. We want that. So we got a custom med ball wall.
Oh.
So they'll be able to do their horizontal throws. This is a little bit smaller than what we ordered, so we get to keep this one and then get a bigger one. So once that gets in, we'll get to attach
Better
it.
be direct.
Yes, exactly. So it's a little wider and taller. So once that comes in, we'll get to assemble the whole thing and hopefully it'll come together. So
That's awesome. And you got some stuff hanging here. What does this represent?
yeah, so these are all former D1 or professional athletes that we've had, and I have some in the works at Hobby Lobby. We have about 6 more to do. We got to get baseball represented. Aaron Ashby would be the one that we have to get up there from the Brewers. Yeah, he trained with us.
Very good.
Yep, post college and kind of going through the draft process. So.
That's the Landry Shamet.
That's the
jersey
Landry
down there. I
Shamet
remember
jersey,
him.
the Chopwood Carry Water. We got a couple overseas professional guys. Let's see. Travis Relaford would be the Kansas basketball. Him and I were at KU together. So when I did my internship and then student assistantship, then when he was playing professionally, that's when he came over because we already kind of had the connection, the KU connection. So that was cool.
What does that mean to you, having those connections and then, with the kids, the understanding they see this, how does it help you get to them a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing in our business is relationship building, right? And you don't really have to have the buy-in when you have the efforts here, right? So it's like, it's cool to see because, they're starting from a lower level, but it's the end goal is this, whether it's playing varsity or going on to play college, it's like they have something to look up to. Same thing with like our leaderboard, right? Like the little kids, the U team during the workout was like, hey, what record can I beat today? I'm like, let's do the workout. The workout will help you beat the record. So it's something, a reminder that what they're working towards. And at the end of the day, it's to get better at their sport, but to have something else in mind is nice too. So we always want to have that with every workout, right? It's just, it can get monotonous. It can get the daily grind can get to you a little bit. So
it's boring.
Yeah, it can get monotonous.
And I think that's the tough thing, and just looking at this and thinking about that, because it's always fun to play the game.
Absolutely.
Right. But honestly, and I don't know that we're honest in some of those things. It's boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
It can, like you said, monotonous and whatnot.
Yeah. And it goes back to trusting the process.
Yeah.
Right? Like not every day is going to be easy. You got to ride the peaks and valleys of training because every day you come in here, you're not going to feel the best.
Right.
Right. But that's why we want to offer the best to where it's like, hey, you have no excuses, right? You have an amazing facility. You have amazing equipment. Take advantage of it. Yeah. Because not everyone gets it.
So when you see that, and I know you talk about the nuts and bolts and the work and the doing.
Yeah.
With the kids, with especially younger age, high school, how do you get to them here to really understand that?
It's big. And we were talking about this earlier. It's just like how to handle failure, right? How to there's some kids that had come to me since 6th grade and now they're flourishing in college, right? Yeah. So to come into atmosphere, it can be intimidating. So just trying to go back to like, hey, everyone has to start somewhere, right? So it's an all-encompassing environment.
Yeah.
Because it can be intimidating when someone's been training with you longer than you're just coming in your first day and you're like, where do I fit in? Right. So yeah, it's just teaching them how to handle failure, teaching them like daily victories. Right. And kind of with the youth of like, hey, okay, we were done with our first 4 weeks of workouts. We're on our 5th week. Let's do the most weight we've done. Right. And it's small victories within each workout.
I like that, daily victories, because to me, like you look at, hey, you showed up.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes the hardest part is just walking through the door.
You showed up.
So
that's we're good.
Yep.
Just let's go to work.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Absolutely.
Thank you for taking the
Yeah,
time, man.
yeah,
This is
thanks for
great.
stopping by, yeah.
This is going to be.
Hopefully we can get you guys back out here once we're functioning. I had to have the bougie lights. So so that's been the biggest hang up right now. But I was like, we have one of the best facilities. We gotta have some grand lights. But that's been the holdup. But hopefully you guys can come out once we're like functioning.
Oh, we'll definitely
on this
be back.
side.
Yeah, we'll be back out here for some ball games this year. So,
Awesome.
but we'll definitely we love coming over here. Some great baseball.
Well, I enjoyed talking shop with you and appreciate you guys stopping by.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
Sorry.
I try my best to, these guys are in here basically, they're in and out in less than an hour is my goal.
Right.
So not that I'm trying to push them out, but the efficiency of it teaches them take care of business and get in and out, do your job. Because if you look around, like, so every guy, once you get to January, February, every guy's on a different day.
Yeah.
So there you have one guy that's going to throw a bullpen on Monday, and then you have the guy in the black shirt that's going to throw a bullpen today. So they can throw together, but they have completely different programs. So then they're learning, basically you don't want to do the same day over and over again, because that's not good for your arm health, and it creates some fatigue and trying to help them prepare. So you have a junior and a 8th grader. So it's cool to see those two kind of work together. I don't know if they knew each other before the program started, but now that they're at the same hour, they all work well together. And
Promotes that. Folks, just so you know, we're talking with David Schwab here of Competitive Edge. Just wanted to throw that in there.
yeah,
I
yes.
think we've done that
Yep.
yet. Well, oh wow. You have, I like this part because the developing relationships, understanding, how do you do something especially a younger guy.
Yep.
If you're working with a kid that's older, been through the process, it helps them understand how to move that. And the quickness of it, talk to me about this, because I talk about these things all the time. I believe in it very much. The body follows the mind. So getting them to learn how to be mentally focused
Yep.
to where you can work the physical focus
Yep.
part of it.
Yep.
That's key, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I think that's part of the reason that we strip things down like we do. So we start in November and we don't pick up a baseball for a month. And a lot of the reason that we do that, one, it's so we can control the fact that we know that every kid took a month off. That way, whenever I start the program, this is the premier method of it, you start the program and you have a controllable of the fact that you know that every kid shut down. So I don't have kids where I'm guessing. Whenever I start the build up, every kid's on the same page. Now we have different, the 2 kids that just walked out, those 2 are prepping for college showcases, pro showcases, different things like that. So obviously they're gonna progress differently than my 8th grader who doesn't start his season until April.
Right.
But when we build up from ground zero, that gives you the ability to safely build these guys up. And then there's no questions on, okay, if, I've had a couple guys, they deal with a little bit of bicep inflammation. I know exactly what they did so we can treat it. Instead of guessing, we can actually control that to where what we deal with right now is you got guys that are from different high schools, different programs, which is totally fine, and I love the fact of that.
Sure.
But I got to know what Ben did on Monday and Wednesday, and then the days he's with me on Monday and Wednesday, but Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, he's not with me. But it's that communication factor and kind of like what you talked about, that mental preparation.
Yeah.
We are teaching them how to take control of their own careers. And that's what to me is so, so important, because I'm not holding their hand. I will guide them on the right path, but I'm not holding their hand. And that's the method that I like to stick with.
I like that thought process because not only are we here, we've been talking with high school coaches. We're talking in this weekend. We're over here in Kansas City. We've been talking with Coach Josenberger, Coach Bradshaw, Coach McElliott, Melody, Sipes. these are the programs over here. I mean, you're dealing with a lot of kids.
Yep.
These kids have to learn how to communicate and work with their head coach.
Absolutely.
Their high school head coach as well in
Absolutely.
that capacity, right?
Absolutely. And it's that for me as a bystander, I don't have much communication with the high school coaches.
Right.
And that's just fine. But my version of communication with the high school coaches is teaching these guys, hey, respectfully, let them know what your plan is. Let them know that you're a part of the Premier Winter program. So then there's no guesswork, because once you leave the building, I can't control anything. Obviously, I'm in no control of any of this, but I do write the program and have a whiteboard ready for them to stick with that portion of it.
We see it over there,
yes,
right?
Yeah. So then, but it's the fact, I was talking to somebody this morning about it. It's the fact of, I might have a perfect plan, but so-and-so might come in and be a little under the weather or their arm's a little sore, but you have to be able to pivot. And that's trying to teach them of how I think a lot of the issue is, it's not an issue, but just what we miss sometimes is the kid will be feeling something, but they're too scared to tell the adult about it. So they just push through it. So whether it's arm pain, having a bad day, fatigue, whatever, there could be all these elements involved. I'm trying to teach these guys, hey, just communicate. There's nothing wrong with letting someone know, even though that they're in that power position, letting them know that it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to say, Coach, I don't feel great today. I can't pitch in today's game. I'm not trying to teach guys to pull themselves out of those situations, but nobody wants a kid with a fatigued arm out on the field.
Right.
No matter what anyone tells you, nobody wants that. So a coach is going to be able to, if you look at them and say, hey, my arm's sore, I don't have it today, they're going to find another way instead of sending you out there to fail, which nobody wants that.
Especially a high school coach, because let's be honest, they're in the business of winning.
Absolutely.
And you want to have your athletes. And I think, does that build trust? I mean, I think that speaks volumes. If you're sending kids, if they're coming to work, I shouldn't say sending, but if these kids are coming to work with you, and then in big moments, the big time at the end of the season, these kids are sharp, prepared, their arms are in shape, whatnot. That speaks volumes to what you're doing.
I would hope so.
Right.
And I don't do it for that reason. And I think that's what I tell these guys all the time. I love seeing your successes, but if I'm going to take credit for your successes, I better take credit for your failures too. So for me, I see it less of an impact. And that's why I'm very program based, because if it turns into me being the reason that they're successful, that's a problem.
Agreed.
I'm not the reason that they're successful. And that's why I have 1, 2, 3 other coaches on the turf with me at any given time to make sure they get that other perspective. And it's not a power control thing for me. I struggle with that sometimes, where I'm like, I got to do it perfect. I got to be perfect for these guys. But at the end of the day, as long as these other men around me are supporting them, what I'm doing is very minuscule.
And you know what, Coach, what I dig is I look and see, and I mean, this is the coach here, right?
Yep.
The coach here.
Yep.
You guys, you're wearing the same shoes. He's the chill guy. I can tell he's wearing the AD.
Different personalities. Yeah. And the funny, so he's an engineer by trade, he's a teacher by trade, and he's a college pitcher. So you have 3 different outside perspectives. I sell dish machine parts for a living.
Right.
This is not my living.
Right.
This is my passion. And trying to mentor these guys of, like for him, he doesn't need to be here. He works in civil engineering throughout the week and then comes and volunteer. I pay him, but he's volunteering time where he could be at home. Instead, he's giving time to these kids, and honestly, to see the joy in these guys is just as cool as seeing the joy in the kids. Because for me, I love it so much that getting people around me that love it just as much as me makes me so happy.
Well, this young gentleman right here in the blue shirt, I was talking to him over here, and I'm blanking on his name because he told me it once.
Chase.
Faith Christian Academy. That team was in the state championship in Class 1 in Missouri last year, and have a chance to do those things again. I love when I come out and I get to meet, because we also live stream, and looking forward to hopefully having them on our schedule.
Absolutely.
We're focused in those, getting to meet these kids, getting to know them a little bit. I think that's the biggest thing. When you come into a setting like this, it's not just about the baseball. It is about the person, isn't it?
And you're building that community. And to me, it's really cool. Like he was referred to me by another faith Christian athlete. So you go from having one faith Christian athlete to now I have 3. And with that, they brought another Northland Christian athlete. So I'm branching out to schools that I've never even thought of working with, because you're up here, you're thinking of Platte County, Kearney, obviously you're North Platte, you're small schools, but I don't pigeonhole myself at all. And I don't go out and actively market this. It's more of these kids do it for me. And to me, that's the biggest compliment of what we're doing, because
It's working for
I'm
me.
not having to sit there and say, hey, I need 40 more kids to join the program. It is what it is. And that's, for me, having this not be my livelihood, I don't have to sit there and push to try to get more people. I can focus more on the quality of things. And that's important to me.
Thanks for taking a minute, Ken.
Absolutely. Great to meet you. Absolutely.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yep.
Okay, folks, finishing up here out at the Competitive Edge, we have Nick Schweeder.
Yep.
And I'm glad I pronounced that correctly. Coach Schweeder works with the Showcase program, the high school kids and whatnot. Coach, thanks for taking a minute.
No problem. Happy to be here. Thanks
Because
for
we're
coming out.
pulling you right out of the mix here.
That's all right.
And as you can see, we got all this going on behind us. Coach, talk to us about the program and how you've set yourself in motion with these kids.
I think what I like about our program is we're focused on the right things, which is I think the development side. We all know how much recruiting's changed in the last couple of years, and that's going to take care of itself kind of towards the end of a player's showcase career. So if we can get them better from the time they are 15U to the time they're 17U and maybe even beyond that, that's our goal. Our goal is just to take whatever they walk in with us and make it better, just develop the heck out of them and let the other stuff take care of itself. And we'll talk to them about what they need to do to get bigger, stronger, faster. We'll help them with the baseball stuff, but it's the development piece. That's what I love about coaching anyway, just helping a kid get better. And then I can handle recruitment stuff too.
It's interesting. I've never heard anybody put quite like you said, their showcase career. What does that entail?
I mean, for me, when you say that, I think about like my 17U kids I got this year. I've had them since they were 15.
Yes.
So I remember meeting them for the first time the fall season after their 14U, and they were all just little babies, They were just gangly, 5'10", 120 pounds, and just to see what they've grown into through their own hard work. Now I got dudes that are, 6'2", 210 pounds, just to see them starting to grow into their bodies. That's a big part of it. And then it's just the process of that kind of baseball. It is showcase baseball in high school is nothing like the youth level. It's very different. Yeah. And just getting them accustomed to that takes a while. But again, that's what I really love, is just getting them to understand what high level baseball is. I mean, it's the fundamentals. It's all the things that go into taking a 17-year-old kid who looks like he might be ready for college baseball and getting into that point.
I want to ask you because, we talk to a lot of high school seniors, and I always ask them about, what's the difference between your summer program and high school baseball? And there's a difference in how you approach those two things, isn't there?
Big time. This is my opinion. I think a college baseball, let me back up. A Major League Baseball manager, college baseball head coach, and a high school coach are probably the 3 levels where it's all about winning.
Yes.
But minor league baseball, showcase summer baseball, youth baseball should be about the development piece in teaching kids how to win, but it's not a win at all cost thing. Myself, none of my high school showcase coaches are going to put winning above developing kids. If you're supposed to throw today, we're not going to write out the starter for an extra 40 pitches just to try to win a game. It's about the development piece. High school is not about that. High school is, the season's so short. To me, because I was a high school coach for a while, it's about the winning side of it and go win and try to win districts and conference and all that. There's no time for development, I don't think, in high school. Some guys can do it, but that's more about the winning. What we do is, yes, we all hate to lose, and yes, we want to win, but it's the development side. That's what is a successful summer, if you can see guys get better.
Sorry, Drew. I was holding on to that because I wanted him to finish. I know he's like, dang it, I gotta edit that out. That's an interesting take. I love that that approach because it is. You're right. I agree. I think, because so how do you work both of those things into your development, getting kids prepared for that thought process in high school as well?
In terms of the development side or the winning side, or
Well, you talk about the showcase side, you understand it's a development. So you have all these kids playing high school baseball.
yeah.
So how do you,
Come on through, Cheyenne.
we were talking to her earlier. I love that. She's like, I'm working here. Get out
Get out of my way.
But, you've got to, that development piece also entails getting them prepared to play high school baseball too, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, what we talk about is obviously the physical part, the baseball part, but also just how do you carry yourself? How do you tryouts is coming up, right? How do you step onto your tryout field? Are you going to look like everybody else and like throw your stuff down and just kind of talk with your friends before the coach says, hey, it's time to warm up? Or are you going to go out there and warm up like you've been taught and be a leader and just carry yourself the right way? Like, to me, that's the development piece. It's teaching somebody that they don't need a coach to tell them what to do all the time. I know when I get to a field, here's my routine before practice even starts.
Sure.
And I'm going to go out there in left field and do it before anybody even tells me to. And if I have to show up 15 minutes early, 20 minutes early, I'm going to do it because that's the right thing to do. And coaches are going to notice that. And you better believe college coaches are going to notice that. That's the kind of stuff they want to see, is just somebody who's not high maintenance, somebody who can just take care of themselves. So that's a big piece of what we do, is just teaching them, like, fellas, don't show up 2 minutes for it and put your cleats on and run out and start practice. Get out there and do what you're supposed to do to make sure your body's ready to go. And kids don't know it when they're 15. Yeah. And we hope most of them know it when they're 17. And we're getting better. But that's a big part of it, is just the right way to carry yourself and the right actions.
I love that because personally, I believe that, you can never control the result.
Correct.
Results are what they are.
Especially in baseball.
But winning is a matter of how you prepare yourself to go play, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. If I mean, whether it's lessons or whatever, like, I'm always like, this is not about the results. This is just execute. And then, like you said, when the ball leaves your bat, you can't control it. When the pitch leaves your hand, you can't control it. If you get weak contact and the guy makes an error behind you, you did your job. Now you go pick your teammate up. Like, that's all part of it. So it's hard for young athletes and really even young coaches not to worry only about results. But if you can kind of get past that, and if the kids will kind of take in what we're saying, that it's not about results, you did well, even though you lost a game, 5-1. Right. Here's all the things that you did well. That's what it's all about.
I love that, because I always say that, you lost a ball game 3-2, go shake their hand, tip the cap. They made one more play than you.
Yep.
That's it. Yep. And that's the reality of the game. Yep. I'm 100% with that.
Yep.
Coach, the kids you got working here today, what's focus on?
This is our pitching program over here, so they are kind of ramping up. They've been in here since November. I love what Davis does. To me, it's structured the right way, where like November and December is just kind of teaching your body how to move better, and then you start slowly ramping up and get ready for the high school season. So they're 3 weeks from high school season. They're starting to throw kind of live bullpens and getting things going. We've got a 14U team in here who's kind of getting themselves ready for the season. But again, it's development. I tell my kids all the time, like, please be uncomfortable every rep. It is February.
Yeah.
You should not just be blindly swinging a bat in here. Be working on something. Be uncomfortable. Try something new. That's what we're doing this time of year. Once it's, April 5th and you're playing a conference high school baseball game, then go execute and try to win a ball game. But right now, be uncomfortable, get better, be a little better when you leave every practice.
So as you get, I'm sure you work with Jason quite a bit from the youth side, and you talk to you guys. I'm sure you guys have communication. What do you see when you got the kids coming out of that youth program coming to you? How does that program look in 5 years?
In terms of how does the
kids coming up?
The kids.
But yeah.
I know one thing that's fun, like our 2026 class that just left. Like I remember them being in here when they were like, I think 12U. So I mean, that part of it's really fun. Just getting to know them. And again, you take a kid who's like this and grows into a 6'4" physical kid. That part's super fun. I mean, I look around and I like what a lot of our youth coaches are doing. My big thing is, number one thing for any youth coaches, make sure the kid comes back the next year. That's it, 100%. Because we've all seen it, right? Like you're the 12th kid on your roster at 12U could be the best player by the time he's 16. Like we don't know.
Yeah.
So let's make sure that kid keeps coming back every single year and let Mother Nature run its course and let this kid get better as he goes. So that's my big thing. And I think our guys do a good job of that. Yes, teach fundamentals and we do a good job of that, but just making sure the youth guys, the youth players, youth families want to keep coming back every year.
Enjoying the experience.
Yes, absolutely. This is supposed to be fun. Like I see kids in lessons get upset. I'm like, whoa, let's stop here. Like, what are we doing? Like, come on, let's have fun. This is not life or death. Yeah, you took 2 bad swings in a row. Who cares, right? Let's just, here's how to help fix it. And
We're in the cage.
We're in the cage. It's February. We're like, I get it. We're all competitive, but also let's understand how hard this game is, even off of a tee, it's hard, so you can't hit 20 good ones in a row. So just that part of it is let's make sure we're having fun.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Nick.
Yep.
Appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep.